is going on, guys? Today I am here with Luke from Luke's Builds, and we are standing in front of his gorgeous red RB25 converted wide body 180 SX, better known as Widebody. Now Luke, tell us your three favourite things about the car before we get in and go for a drive, mate.
Definitely the number plates, the paint, and the RB25 conversion swap.
Yeah, those plates, mate, they're unreal, unreal. Did you get them from PPQ or did you have to get them second hand?
I bought them from PPQ.
Fantastic.
First plates I've ever bought, but well worth it.
Yeah, I agree, mate. I think they're highly desirable. Have you had anyone try and purchase them from you?
I've had a few offers, but they're not for sale, so...
You've spent a lot of money on the car, you do these builds quite frequently, like you build them and then you sell them, but what do you actually do for work?
So I run a digital marketing agency, so I specialise in helping online brands sell more products.
Awesome. So internet money.
Yeah.
Good stuff, good stuff.
And then with that internet money, it goes into the share market, and that does pretty well
fantastic,
too.
Fantastic, so it's good to hear.
Yeah, definitely makes for some fun builds.
Yeah, yeah. Unreal, eh?
They make it so helpful.
So you come up to anywhere where you need to get the nosy car over something, and they just air up and then air down.
Yeah. Well, so when I press it back down.
Right, but it's not a full bag system.
No, so it's kind of the opposite. So you don't drive on them raised. All it does is pressurise your spring.
Right,
so
right.
Whatever sag you have set by your preload is the difference, and it can raise.
Yeah. We'll definitely need to talk about that, because that's a really cool concept.
One of the best things I've ever done since.
Yeah. Alright, so we've just been for a drive. This thing is absolutely crazy. It pulls hard, it puts a lot of power down, and the power delivery is really quite smooth, but it at the same time comes on really hard. So it's interesting. So Luke, tell us what's been done, mate. What's making all the power?
So it's with a RB25 R33 engine swap, running our high mount 3076 Gen 2 turbo. Done all the headwork, ARP 2000 head studs, 262 cams, E85 swap. layouts, you know, all the standard bolt-ons as well.
Yep, yep. And so just to touch on power again, you said it's about 410 horsepower.
Yeah.
Yeah, at the wheels?
Yeah, at the wheels, yeah.
Good stuff, good stuff. It's a tiny little package and it's a whole lot of fun as well.
Yeah, while keeping most, 410 horsepower while keeping most of the traction. With the amount of torque it has, it feels like it makes a lot more power.
It does. I was always going to say that. It does feel like a 500 horsepower car, but you know.
Maybe one day.
Exactly, exactly. All right, let's head around to the side, talk about the cosmetics, the body kit and the wheels.
Yep.
It does not get much more custom than this. So Luke, tell us about the body kit, mate. What is it, the process of installing it and painting it, and what it is again?
Okay, so it is the Origin Labo Fujin kit, which is one of their more aggressive drift kits.
Yep.
And it's running the underbody kit as well, with the 55mm wide body front and rear, and the 326 power wing. We've painted the roof black as well to contrast. In terms of fitting, it was a little bit of work to fit. We had to cut this fuel flat hole bigger and re-glass it just so that the fuel flat would fit. Yep. There are a few little issues putting on the front and rear bar. We had to make up some brackets, but as with any custom car we basket, there's always a little bit of work.
Got to do what you got to do, yep. And tell us about these vents behind the front wheels here, because is that, did you guys have to make cuts there, or is that how the kit comes? Because I've never seen one like that.
Yeah, that's how the kit comes. So most of the Origin Labo wide body kits that are in, I think, larger than 45mm come with the holes.
Yep.
I've been meaning to put black mesh behind there. I think they look pretty tidy, but...
Yeah, you're definitely not kidding when you say it's an aggressive kit, because this thing looks absolutely crazy. Yeah. And we'll talk about the wheels too. What wheels have you got on?
So these are the Work T7R2Ps.
Yep.
In 18 by 9.5 neg 20 on the front, and 18 by 10 neg 30 on the rear with spaces.
Yep. So a nice little bit of dish, and they look very tidy in that silver there. Yeah.
There is going to be larger sizes coming, so hold out for that.
Good stuff. All right. Last thing that we need to talk about here is the air cup suspension you've got. Can you explain what is air cup suspension? Because it's a new concept to me. I've never heard of it, but it's awesome. The way we can just rise up and go back down when we need to go over bumps is crazy.
Okay, so air cups work with your existing coilover. They're like a billet block cup that sits over the top hat. And what that does is it allows your springs to compress at the switch of a button. So through using a compressor and vacuum lines into that cup, it'll pull it like that. So whatever sag you have on your coilovers, it allows you to raise that. So very helpful to get over bumps.
Definitely, definitely. I've never seen anything like it, never heard of anything like it, but I think that's probably a lifesaver for a lot of people driving low cars, probably a worthwhile investment.
Well, it's a lot cheaper than airbags, obviously, given that you get to use your existing coilover and you get to retain the handling and all of that kind of thing with your coilovers as well.
So, sounds like almost a no-brainer. How much roughly are you looking at to get air cups?
For a full kit, front and rear with the compressor and lines, anywhere from 16 to 1800, depending on the coilovers you've got. You have to measure a few things that has to be made to order to suit the size of your coilovers. Yep. But I mean, yeah, it's pretty much a no-brainer for a car like this.
Yeah, game changer.
Yeah.
Alrighty guys, so just before we wrap up, we're going to quickly touch on the interior because it is nice and clean. So Luke, tell us what's going on inside the car.
Alright, so it's running the fixed back Sparko rev seats, which I thought are a nice and clean look for it.
Definitely.
Skyline floor mats, which actually suit the chassis of the body perfectly. We've got the heavyweight likewise Daytona. The quick release D1 steering wheel with the OMP steering wheel as well. Running a power tuned dash.
Yeah, that thing's really cool. I like that.
One of the best mods you can do for that kind of thing. We've managed to replace all of the interior since I bought it. I mean, the car only came with seats and dash. That was it. So we had to find door cards, rear seats. We had to buy a new carpet. Pretty much everything you see here.
Inside and out. Where can everyone find you? Luke's Builds on Instagram, TikTok.
Yeah, pretty much just Luke's
anywhere
Builds.
else they can find you?
No, just Instagram and TikTok.
Cool, cool. Well, thanks for coming out, mate. Appreciate it.
No worries. Thank you for having me.
I'm sure everyone else.